Well, hello there, good people. Hi, it's Jason here at Green Country Agriculture. Here on, what is this, 22nd of October. So we're about a week past the very, very last day to harvest field corn here in northeast Oklahoma. As you can see, we don't hardly have, well, anything at all. This is what we got. In a lot of cases, look at this. This is horrible. Horrible. What happened? Well, we had a cold front, I guess you could call it, Arctic blast, come through fairly early on in July, it was, if I'm not mistaken. And at that time, these particular plants were all just getting started going. They had barely got to the point where they were even thinking about tasseling. And they got the message that it was going to be a short season, so they got encouraged to finish up as quick as they could, and so they did. Of course, this isn't the end of the world. We did have a harvest of fairly good corn in the early season because big corn, spotted corn. This particular corn has 2 seasons that we can grow it here. So this was done by July. Set in the light so you can see it pretty good. This stuff here was done by July, and had a bug or two get to it and eat a couple kernels out. We got really nice purples in here, lots of white, speckled purple and white, red, speckled red, and tell you what, some of these purples are almost to the point of being cobalt blue. They are so dark. So purple, so pretty. So this is the reason why you plant chicory. It's because it's going to be blooming in the fall, and your pollinators, particularly your bees, if you like honey, are going to be feeding on that nectar. So there you go. You want to support your bees, your pollinators, plant chicory. The planet you save may be your own. Right, we've got the buckwheat flowering right now, and we're going to allow the ducks in here to eat soon enough, but because we have the buckwheat in flower, that means we have the opportunity to feed pollinators. So we're going to let those small delicate flowers come up and do their part to feed the local biosphere. Look, see, there's a honeybee right there getting some buckwheat nectar. There's a wasp. Looks like several small butterflies are visiting those flowers. Sorry about being handheld here. Hopefully I'll be steady enough for you. So we've got Jerusalem artichoke finishing up there. You see the castor bean flower in the background. Nice little contrast. Elaeagnus multiflora is done with fruiting and flowering, but it's providing a little windbreak for that stand of asparagus that's in fern at the moment. These, although I gotta admit, the pollinators love them. These butterweeds aren't really doing much for me other than just being there. But you may notice back there behind them, behind the Canna lilies, there's a branch of a pecan tree, and hanging from that branch is a dried out vine with one more piece of bottle gourd. One more bottle gourd, sorry, not a piece, one whole bottle gourd, small one, up there in the branch. And you might ask yourself, what is the advantage of growing something like a bottle gourd up into your pecan tree? Well, I think that should be obvious. But just in case you miss it, high up in the branches of the pecan tree you have these clusters of nuts, and whenever they're ready to fall, they just need some disturbance, high wind, that sort of thing, or You can harvest the gourds by cutting them loose, leave the vines in place, and then the vine lets you shake the nuts out of the tree branches. Okay, one quick note about Lagunera Cicereria before moving on. They are available for sale at greencountryagroforestry.com. That's what one looks like when mature. That's what one looks like whenever we've taken it and cleaned it up and hollowed it out and prepared it as a storage vessel. Now, I'd like to take the inner rows of corn and lay the stover down in the walkway between them, and we'll do the same for the outer rows when we come to those spaces, so that the nutrients that went into making the stover are returned back to that soil right there. And in the spring, whenever I shovel that out and top dress those beds, we'll be returning those nutrients right back to the side. So here's an example of material left in that walkway. This is a sunflower stalk after one season. That's the springtime into summer to fall, right? So this is through summer. It was cut down in the walkway, decomposing. Very, very short turnaround from cellulose to soil. Alright. Yeah, this is mentioned before, I've got onions. So I take these, and this is about the time of year to do it, and put these out. Each little bulb will grow into a new onion plant. And then whenever you guys want onion plants, you send an order to me at Green Country Agroforestry, and I ship you a dozen onion plants, live plants. And then you have onions for life, because they just multiply and multiply. One-time investment. You don't have to worry about onions ever again. Shoot, you can give them to your friends, you can sell them, you can do whatever you want to with them. They're great, they're onions. Good morning, duckies. Hey, you ladies like to come out here and do some ducky stuff? Okay, so while they're busy over there, we're going to go ahead and set up their enclosure over here where the future pond's going to go. This piece of twine came onto the property a couple of years ago with a bale of straw. It's still with us. Even though it's been exposed to the elements, this nylon twine is quite resilient, and it'll be around for a while before it disintegrates. One of the, I suppose, advantages of the synthetic material over the natural. You get to enjoy its company for a long time whenever you produce this stuff. Then again, if we were using natural fiber, every year or two I'd swap out maybe a hemp twine or something like that, you know? Days where the artificial is valued more than the natural, I suppose. If you're doing a lot of this, you can get yourself a little wire hook and use that to reach through there and grab your other piece of twine, and that helps speed things along quite a bit. I'll probably do that off camera. go grab a hook or make one. But so all you gotta do here is just reach through, grab that loop, pull it, and then tie off I think here we're gonna be wild and crazy and go make a loop go the other direction. And we'll call that good because we'll tie that off. Ta-da! Twine lasts for a long time. That's a bit of a gap there in between those two, even after I've gotten them close. We want to cinch that up. So to do that, we're going to take our lashing, we're going to pull it and make a large loop. You get one side back around here, the other side over here. Now all we got to do is make sure that we can get that through there. If we can do that, now we can apply tension. And you see, I can hold that really easily as we bring these two pieces together. So I can just ratchet it together, right? Look at this. You'll see how easy this is. See? As long as I got this much, if I can just apply tension, that holds it. Holds it. All the way up. Alright, so now we've got that. We're going to wrap it. I'm going to make a wrap. And I think we'll go ahead and try one more round. You have enough room for it? Yeah, okay. Got room for 2 wraps. 2 wraps is good. And then we'll just give that a regular old-fashioned tie. There we go. That's not going anywhere, guys. Alright, ladies. Thanks for the eggs. You take care of bugs and stuff. Alright. And I'm going to go make an omelet. See, the ducks have done a little bit of fertilizing for me too, so that's going to be nice. We've got the manure all over here. Forecast said we might get a little bit of rain. It feels like they might be telling the truth. This is some wheat that we grew right over there this past season. Threshed it out. So that is landrace winter white wheat. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a better idea of why we had all that cardboard laid out and what it's for. Alright, yay. It is sheet mulching, trying to make sure that nothing grows in the walkway area. That's just supposed to be where we got compost taking place. So there we go. In-ground composting combined with irrigation with a drip tape of cover crop. There you go. I can guarantee you we'll have green here in the dead of winter. We got some rain last night. Finally, first time. Hey, I plant seeds, then it decides it's going to rain, right? All right, ladies. Hi. Good morning, duckies. Hello. Is this for me? This is for me, isn't it? Why, thank you. Thank you very much. All right, I'll take this. I'll get you some fresh kibble, yeah? All right, we got germination. Let's have a look. Just look along. We got lots of little tiny wheat plants popping up. Lots and lots of little wheat. Isn't that nice? Lots of wheat. Well, by the looks of things, our fall temperatures have arrived. The winter wheat is germinated, so it's going to keep on growing throughout the winter and keep on pumping sugars down into the soil, keeping the microbiome alive, so we don't have to play catch up come spring. Our buckwheat is going to provide a forage for the ducks whenever they're allowed to come in here in a few weeks from now. And the radishes and sugar beets are going to provide sugars for the soil as their tubers rot away come springtime when we plant our crop of corn once more. Hey, that's all I've got for you today, good people. I hope you found today's video informative, maybe just a little bit entertaining. If you did, you know what to do. I'll catch you next time. Until then, get out there and get growing.